Another approach you could imagine would be instead of monitoring network traffic, you could instrument the web server. This would be another way we could detect attacks. And this would, you could imagine this being motivated by if traffic is encrypted, well, it's going to be decrypted at the web server. So we could put some probes on the web server that monitors what it's doing. And this approach is called host-based intrusion detection because the detection is happening at the end host, not some network monitor. So for instance, we might modify the web server so that it scans all of the HTTP parameters that are included with requests. And looks at the contents of those. And if one of those contains /etc password or .. // then it raises an alert. Okay, so you could have the same kind of signatures, but now this is done on the end host and after it's been parsed by the web server. Okay, so what this would look like is instrumentation, instead of happening on the network, it would happen inside the web server. I see a question: with network intrusion detection, could TLS decryption happen at the border and then the plain text is passed through to the NIDS? Yes, you could do that. That's also an approach. That means that the traffic is passing unencrypted on your local network, which maybe is okay, or maybe you don't want it. Yeah, it's a downside. It's like a cost you have to pay. Okay, so host-based intrusion detection involves modifying the end server. Benefits of this: simplifies implementation a lot. We no longer have to worry about parsing HTTP, parsing % escapes, parsing exactly the same way. It deals with a lot of evasion attacks. It works with encrypted traffic. We're looking at the data after it's been decrypted and parsed by the end host. Potential downsides, issues, challenges. We have to modify, add code, add software to each web server. So there's no longer a single central point of monitoring. If we have 10 web servers or 100 services that are publicly exposed, we have to go instrument each one of those and put host-based intrusion detection on each one of those machines. And you got to do it for each service that you're using. You do still have to consider things like file name semantics that are happening a level below your host-based intrusion detection, and worry about those kinds of evasion attacks. So evasion attacks are not completely gone. You've just reduced the scope for them. Can a hacker turn off the host-based intrusion detection on the web server? Yes. So if an attacker does successfully attack the web server and then gain access, like maybe they've got root or sysadmin level access on that web server, then the next thing they could do is they could go turn off the host-based intrusion detection system, because that host-based intrusion detection system is just another process. It's just another program running on that server. And if the attacker is able to log in with admin level access there, they can kill or turn off any program running there. So that's a plus. Yeah, definitely. That's a downside as well. Good point. The hope is that the host-based intrusion detection system would detect the attack before the attacker is able to successfully penetrate that machine. So it will detect the stage where the attacker is gaining access to that machine. But then once the attacker has access, then they're able to shut off visibility, and then you lose visibility. So you could detect the first stages of the attack, but not the later stages in some sense. So yeah, that's a limitation of host-based intrusion detection for sure.